What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House from their DCO commentary. I'm bringing you my ice loadout suggestion build for everybody here. Now, taking in mind, I'm not an expert on ice, but I do know tanking fairly well. I like to think ice would probably be my second go-to power in this game. Actually, my first character, or my second character during the beta was a ice tune. But let's go ahead and get talking about the loadout here. For ice tanking for PvP, this is what I highly suggest that you use Ice Bash, Inescapable Storm, Reflect, Winter Ward, Shadow Restraints, and Freeze Ray. That's a supercharge. Winter Ward and Shadow Restraints are obviously there to remove the debuffs from your teams, keep the immunities out there for them so they can't get debuffed, and helps everybody out in the end. Inescapable Storm is a really good power for trying to snag hold of those trollers running away from you, because that's who you're after in the arenas to try and kill. The Supercharged Freeze Ray works really good on trollers, especially if you use Ice Bash to put the get your extra crits up there for your damage and attack and stuff. So, but that is the main go-to for tanking for PvP. For Ice DPS in PvP, the loadout isn't very much different. You just instead you use Ice Bash, Bitter Winds, Reflect, Wintry Tempest, Winter Ward, and Freeze Ray. Those all work pretty good together there. Wintry Tempest for getting out that extra DPS and stuff. Excuse me. For PvP, for PvE, I haven't had much experience PvEing with an ice tank. I usually go with basically kind of the same loadout that I use with this. Reflect is obviously the go-to for making sure that you know if you're getting hit, that you get that reflect out there, so keep a lot of the damage from hitting on you, and it reflects it back onto your target. It's also good for holding aggro. All these powers right now that I have in my loadout currently are good for getting aggro. Wintry Tempest also a good one. I don't recommend that you try and use Ice Elemental. It's just a big lumbering thing that you turn into, and it's not useful at all in PvP. PvE, I could see some situationals, where it might be useful, but in the end, it's kind of a waste of a supercharge, unless your healers are having a really hard time keeping you alive. But in that case, when you get to a situation like that, though, you gotta start looking at your gear and how you're spec'd. I would spec the same way for PvE, especially the later raids, like I do with my fire tank, specking into Dom and all of the as many heals innates as I could, because the benefit of ice tanking is the tank buffs, the defense buffs that you get. That I've seen a lot of people talking about how they can get their defense up around over 5,000 on their ice tanks. So that's definitely something you want to look into doing. The reason why I say spec into the heals is because purely of the defense buffs that you get with ice tanking. With ice DPSing and PvE, probably had to go with the same loadout I gave for PvP. Does a lot of damage out there and everything, and plus you've got your your reflect to fall back on in case you're getting hit with a lot of damage and everything to get you out of any trouble. For any kind of supercharges, though, like I said, I always recommend for the supercharge for super speed for PvP and PvE is to run with the power drain supercharge. If you're running with that, that helps out everybody in the team, including yourself. So I highly recommend that supercharge for all the super speedsters out there. For fire flight, I'd recommend going with vacuum bubble. If you're DPS, I'm not vacuum bubble, but dust off if you're DPSing. Puts out a good AoE, knocks people down, gets you out of trouble. But that's about it for the basics for basic loadout for ice tanking and ice DPS. A lot of this is all subjective and all that. Other people, I'm sure, have got other opinions of their own, and they are entitled to them. But this is what I've been given and recommended for running and giving for these guides. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Let me know if you like it. And please, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Y'all take care.